Thanks for joining me as I travel the world, going from fine dining through to street food and local specialties, all in an effort to find the world's best seafood. Welcome back, folks, to this week's edition of What Has the Hermit Brought Back from the Market? Half kidding. I'm still in Phuket. I was last night at the market and had the lobster and shrimp and whatnot, and made a video within a day and got it up, so I am now resolving to put up at least 2 a week. But I did go back and I went back to the place that I got the fried rice from. I was so impressed, and I'm trying a couple of new places, so let me show you what's in the boxes. Which would you like to see first? Let's go with this one. Okay, so this cheeky guy is my favorite vegetable. It's morning glory. I watched as the lady prepared it all, stir-fried it, added a bit of chili, fresh, and there's some ground-up chili hiding in there as well, so hopefully that's not going to torture me too badly. Back here, I got glass noodles with shrimp from the same lady who made the fried rice last night. I think that looks pretty fantastic. That dish was about $2.20. The vegetables was about $3.20. And the main. Now, I know for a lot of people this is not something that they would stomach, but I actually love stingray, but it's not something that you see too often. The texture of the fish is different, but if it's cooked well, it can be delicious. They had a locally caught fresh one there today, and it was only like $6.50, like less than half the price of the prawn I had yesterday. So this is it. So charred over the grill. I watched, I chose the one I wanted. I watched as they cleaned it and prepared it and washed it and then grilled it there. So I checked the fish before I had bought it and it looked nice and fresh to me. So fingers crossed that will be as good as it looks. And just because I can't help myself, the lady next to this one, who I think may have been the man who was doing the fish's wife, had a selection of different barbecue stuff and it looked amazing, and I haven't really had any red meat in the past week or so, so I got a little thing of pork ribs, which again, I chose the exact one I wanted, had them grilled to finish cooking it, heat it up, and then chop it up. So that's my overall feast. Really not too shabby. Now, as well as that, they came with a variety of sauces. I think the ribs, I guess it's more of a sweeter, not so chili sauce. And then the fish came with 2 different sauces, which I guess are different degrees of torture in terms of their spiciness. And then nothing with the noodles. Last night, the fried rice came with optional fish sauce. So I think this looks pretty fantastic. But they did give me little bowls for the sauces, so I might get them so I can do it a little bit fancy. That's also just a Coke. So the first one. Now when I got home I cleaned all the packages, so I think I can do that. And actually maybe they're not both painfully spicy. That also looks like a sweeter chili sauce. This one looks serious though. I don't know where to begin with this. I would say I'm excited though, because I love glass noodles, I love but rarely get to have stingray, and I love morning glory. So I'm actually going to start with the morning glory and hopefully it doesn't give me morning ring burn. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. It's got a hit of chili. Maybe 10% more than I like, but good. Let's not forget, I'm an adventurous eater, but I'm still a pasty white guy from country New South Wales. I'm going to take these bigger pieces of chili out. Next, this is world's best seafood, but let's mix it up. Let's try the pork. Also really good. I mentioned in the last video that I spent the first couple of days just eating boring hotel food to acclimatize my stomach before getting more adventurous. I think it was the right decision, but tasting how good this is and how cheap it is, I still kind of regret it. Let's just have a massive gob full of noodles. It's great. I'll go back to that place again and again. Shrimp. This one's still, oh, they still got the head on them. Shrimp's a bit mushy, doesn't taste bad at all, but not outstanding. Still, for $2 or so, I'd be happy with just the noodles. Let's try the Stingray. Now I'll try it without any lime first. Now you're basically eating the fins. They take off all the organs and everything, fillet it before they cook it. Now, the salt powder they add gives the skin a really nice flavor. It's a little dry, but parts of it can be. I think this central part through the middle is the juiciest. Let's try the spicy sauce. Let's try the part that's normally a bit juicier. That is. And I got to show you this texture, it's quite unusual. So you see it's got all of the indentations in there. It's actually, that's a line of like kind of the fin of the stingray, but really easy to eat because it's not like individual bones that you're going to choke on. And then I instantly choke. No, this is good. I think this is better than last night's meal, and that was already pretty fantastic. And this one came in at what? 200, 330, 430, 500. So the whole meal cost the same as one of the prawns last night, which means the whole meal came in at like $16 or $17. Bargain of the century. Now let's try this with a little bit of lime. That could be just a ticket. Well, I've got to say, so far I'm on a good run. Any of the places I've been, I would be happy to go back to so far. Now on the other side of this, the fin basically, the layer of bones, there's also more meat back here. But it's actually really nice. It means that when they cook it, skin, meat, bone, and then loads more meat on top. I think the skin and the bones help with cooking so it doesn't dry out the meat too much. Some of the soft bone you can actually eat. Now, I was joking about putting out 2 or 3 videos a week, but I will try to get this one out before I go back there to get dinner tomorrow night. So let's do a viewer poll. You can choose what I have for dinner. Things that I saw that they had that were of interest to me was they have small sharks that you can get fully grilled. They have even bigger lobsters that you can cook in all kinds of different ways, including sweet and sour, steamed, barbecued, grilled. They had the Thai river prawns with the long antlers that look pretty cool. They had all kinds of different kinds of barbecue, including pork belly, the full ribs, and like actual steak. And of course they had all different sizes of shrimps and scallops and oysters and all kinds of stuff that you can do grilled. So let me know as a comment what you would like me to have in the next video, and I will go and order it and eat it for you, and I will make that sacrifice for you guys, the community. Let me know what you think. I will get back to eating this without you having to watch the whole thing. And please make sure you've liked and subscribed. And if you enjoy these videos, it'd be great if you would share them. Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining me as I travel the world, going from fine dining through to street food and local specialties, all in an effort to find the world's best seafood.